My name is Venkata Prasad. So here you are going to learn SQL Server 2022, SQL Server 2022, and today is the first demo session. Okay, let's start with the fundamentals. Okay, fundamentals of database systems. Fundamentals of database systems. Okay. The first one is data. Okay. Next, database. Third one, DBMS. That means database management system. Okay, database management system. And the fourth one is a relational database management system. A relational database management system. So let's try to understand one by one. Okay. What is data? What is data? What is data? Okay. What is data? Data is a raw fact, okay, or raw fact or figure that has no meaning, by itself. Okay. It is unprocessed and unorganized. Okay. Data is a raw fact or figure that has no meaning by itself. It is unprocessed and unorganized. Okay. Let us see the example. What does it mean? Suppose examples here are numbers, names, dates, okay, or symbols. Okay. So numbers in the sense you can take anything, 75, 80 numbers. What does it mean? It is not saying anything, right? Name, Rahul is the name. It's a name, that's it. It is not telling anything. Okay, it is not telling anything. And dates, okay, and symbols. So this is data. Then what is information? What is information? Information is processed data. Information is processed data that has meaning and is useful for decision making. Okay. It is organized, structured and interpreted. Okay. Okay. It is organized, structured and interpreted. Here processing in the sense refining and converting the data into something that we can understand and use. Refining and converting the data into something that we can understand and use. This information is structured, organized. Okay, whereas data, it is unprocessed information. You can say it is unprocessed information or unorganized. It's a raw fact, okay. Just see the example or examples, okay, for information. What is information? Examples are Rahul scored 75 marks in mathematics on 15th September 2025 and got grade B plus. Here it's a meaningful information. It's a meaningful information. See, it has a meaning. Okay. In the same way, the average salary of employees in IT department is 75,000. Okay, it's a meaningful information. Okay, and also let us see some raw values in table. Okay, let us see one more example. Data raw values in table format. Okay, in table format. Student ID, name, okay, subject, marks. Okay, one name is something. Okay, let us assume A, subject mathematics, marks gained 75. Okay, 75. And second B, science, okay, 82. Let us assume that. Okay, these are the raw values, nothing but data. It is nothing but data. Okay, but if I ask you calculate the average marks of the students, calculate the average marks of the students, then average marks will be how much? 78.5. Okay, it's a meaningful information. The average marks of students we are calculating, it's a meaningful information. It is giving some information here. It's a meaningful information. Okay, so here try to understand that marks of the students are just raw data. Marks of the students are just raw data, whereas whenever you calculate average, okay, that means average marks of the students is information. Okay, this is information, whereas here this is just raw data. Okay, that is the difference between data and information. Okay, what are the main types of data? Let us see that. Main types of data. We have qualitative data. Second one, quantitative data, and structured data. Next, unstructured data. Okay, unstructured data. And fifth one, semi-structured data. Okay, semi-structured data. Okay, who is this? Oh, okay. Semi-structured data. Okay, qualitative data, quantitative data, structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. The qualitative data and quantitative data, let me explain you that. This qualitative data, it is descriptive. It is descriptive. And descriptive in the sense non-numeric data. We can say non-numeric data, right? Student's name Rahul, blood group O positive. Okay, that means descriptive. Department, HR department, finance department. Okay, descriptive, non-numeric data. Okay, quantitative. Okay, quantitative. Let me correct the spelling. Quantitative data means numerical data. Numerical data. Data that can be measured and expressed as a number. Data, let me write here so that you will understand. First one is qualitative data. Qualitative data. Okay, that means it describes qualities or characteristics. Okay, and it is non-numeric. Okay, non-numeric data. Okay, examples. Blood group O positive. If I say blood group O positive, okay, that is qualitative, describing that, right? Okay, department is HR department. Okay, describing that. Whereas quantitative data. Let's see this one. Quantitative data. Data that can be measured and expressed as numbers is called as quantitative data. Here we have another two types in quantitative data: discrete data, continuous data. Okay, no need to think too much about this. Discrete data in the sense countable numbers. Okay, number of students 50. Continuous data in the sense measurable, that can take any value. Okay, salary, if it is 50,000, 250, like that, that is continuous data. Okay, temperature 42 degrees, continuous data. Okay, discrete data. Okay, discrete data, countable numbers. Okay, example, number of students. Okay, 50. Number of students 50. Example. Okay, and continuous data. That means it is measurable. Okay, example, salary is something. Okay, or temperature. It is like this, 42 degrees. Okay, degrees. Now, the important types of data now we are going to discuss: structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. These three are very important. Okay, let us concentrate on that. Structured data. Okay, structured data. What is structured data? Data stored in a predefined schema. Data stored in a predefined schema. We call it a schema. Okay, that means organized into rows and columns. Let me mention that point here. Organized organized into rows and columns. That means well organized in tables. Well organized in tables. Okay. Well organized in tables. And it is easy to search and analyze. Easy to analyze and easy to search. Okay. Example, rows and columns in a employee table. Okay. Structured data, that is structured data. It is in predefined schema, organized into rows and columns. Okay. Next, unstructured data. Let us see unstructured data. Data with no predefined format. Okay. Data with no predefined format. That means this data has no fixed format. It has no fixed format. That is unstructured data. Okay. Which contains rich information. Okay. But difficult to organize and analyze. Okay. Let us see the examples. Videos, images, okay, PDF files or emails like that. Unstructured data, there is no fixed format. Whereas structured data, it has a predefined schema, predefined format, well organized in tables. Okay, that is structured data. This is unstructured data. We also have one more type, semi-structured data. Okay, semi-structured data. Let us see that. Data that is not fully structured like tables, but still has some organizational tags, okay, or markers. What does it mean? Semi-structured data that is not fully structured like tables, but still has some organizational tags or markers. Okay. Let me give some examples so that you will understand. XML, do you know about XML? Anybody? Do you know about XML? JSON, okay, data from API, okay, or emails metadata, no SQL data, okay, are the examples for semi-structured data. If you don't have any idea about XML, let me explain you. We write data. If you take XML, that means extensible markup language. Okay, extensible markup language. Actually, nowadays we are not using XML, we are using JSON. Okay, it is older and more structured format. It uses like HTML tags. If you know HTML, it uses tags like HTML. Okay, so in legacy systems, old systems, they used to work with the XML also. Okay, here how we can write a record in XML format. Let me explain you that example. Student information. Let me write student. Okay, open tag, and we must have close tag for this student. Okay, student. Now student has name. For that, one more tag, name. Okay, open tag, close tag for name. Okay, Venkat. Okay, Venkat. Student has is open tag, close tag, open tag, close tag. Okay, something 40. Okay, and one more course SQL server. Okay, open tag, close tag. In this way, we can write student information. This is a format which is called extensible markup language, XML. Okay, semi-structured data means it supports, see, organizational tags and markers. It supports XML and also JSON also. Okay, let me explain you the same example. JSON. That means JavaScript object notation. Okay, JSON means JavaScript object notation. Okay, here how do we write the same information? Assume, suppose we have multiple students information. Let us try to write that. Okay, we write like this: open, close curly braces. Okay, within that we write like this: student. Okay, colon, open the bracket, square bracket, and close the bracket. In this we will write the actual information. Okay. Here what we'll write is again open curly braces and close for one student. Here I'm writing something here. Name is what? Venkat. Name is what? Venkat. Next is something. Next course is SQL server. Okay, SQL server. Okay, this is one student's information. Next one, let me copy paste this one. Here we can give one more student's information here. Okay, something Kumar. Okay, 35. Okay, .NET. Okay, in this way we can write the information, students information, in JSON format. This is JSON format, JavaScript object notation, and this is extensible markup language, XML format. Okay, where it comes under semi-structured data. It comes under semi-structured data. Okay, now we also gave one example here. No SQL data. No SQL data means what? The first one is XML, second JSON, and the third one is no SQL. Let me write here second and no SQL. No SQL in the sense not only SQL. Actually, no SQL, it's a type of database that uses flexible formats. Let me write it. It's a type of database that uses flexible flexible formats. Okay, that means it doesn't use, or it doesn't follow the traditional way. That means traditional tabular formats. That means traditional tables, rows and columns like SQL databases. Okay, so it may contain variety of types. It may contain variety of types, like example documents. Document, we can store it, right? We can store document. And also we have one more type, key value, and graphs also. Graphs also. That means it has no fixed format. Okay, it uses flexible formats. That is no SQL. That's why these comes under semi-structured data and structured data, unstructured data. These three are very important. Okay, these three are very important. Now, up to now we have seen data. What is data? We have seen information and what types of data are available. The main types we discussed. And let us see now what is database. The next one is database. What is what is a database? What is a database? Okay, out of 4, see, data we discussed, database now we are going to discuss. Okay. Now, what is database? Database is an organized collection of data. It's an organized collection of data. Or we can have one more definition also here. It's a digital storage system. Okay, where data is organized in a structured way, so it can be easily accessed, managed, updated, and retrieved when needed. Okay, let me write that definition also. It is, or a database is a digital storage system where data is organized in a structured way, so it can be easily accessed, okay, easily accessed, managed, updated, and retrieved. Okay, then why do we need a database? Why do we need database? We need database. Why we need database? Why we need database is to store data and organizing data. Okay, next, reduce duplication or redundancy or duplication. Okay, both are same. Duplication, reduce duplication. Okay, maintain accuracy, and multi-user access, security, that means to keep data safe, and backup and recovery, and next one is fast search and reports. That means to find information quickly and also for generating reports. Okay, so that's why we need database. Okay, now earlier, if you remember, in schools, the management, they used to maintain big registers, books. Okay, if you remember that, they used to enter in the books itself. Okay, attendance registers, we call it as attendance registers, students information for one more record, and subjects, marks, teacher records, holidays, sports, events. For everything, they used to maintain books, right? So manually, they used to maintain everything. Okay, they used to maintain books. So this is nothing but database. This is also a database. Later, what happened? They started using Excel sheets. They started using computers, and in computers we have Microsoft applications. Those days they started using Excel sheets. After that, they started using school management softwares, okay, with a backend database, Microsoft Access. Later again, they started web-enabled applications, web technologies. They started, okay, web-enabled internet applications. They used to use. They started, okay, same information maintained in different ways. So everything is a database, right? So in the same way, organizations or banks or companies or different types of industries, if you take, they use databases to store employee records, customer records, inventory details, sales details, like that. So for everything we need database. For everything we need database. Okay, what type of database we need, that is important here. Okay, what type of database we need, that is important, because types of data we have seen. Based upon the requirement, we have to choose the database, which type of database we need. Okay, let us see types of databases. Okay. Databases are categorized based on how they store. Okay, databases are categorized based on how they store, organize, and manage data. Okay, manage data. Databases are categorized based on how they store, organize, and manage data. Okay, let us see. First one is relational databases. Okay, relational databases, RDBMS. Okay, next one, I already told you that no SQL databases. Also we have no SQL databases. What does it mean? It's a type of database that uses flexible formats to store documents. We use to store key value pairs. We use graphs. No SQL we use. Okay. Third one is hierarchical. Okay, hierarchical databases. Fourth one is network databases. Fifth one is object oriented databases. Okay, and sixth one, time series databases. Different types are there. Based upon the requirement, we use that type of databases. Okay, multimodal databases use, and cloud databases. You might have heard of Azure or Amazon RDS, like that. Okay, in memory databases also we use. Okay, in memory databases. Okay, let me copy here. The first one is relational databases, RDBMS, relational databases. Okay, that means here data will be stored in tabular formats, tables, rows and columns, stores data in tables. That means rows and columns. Okay, so we use a particular language for this. Okay, SQL language we use here. Okay, if you are aware of Oracle, okay, you will understand that. Okay, so here examples are SQL Server, okay, Oracle, and MySQL or MySQL, both are same. Okay, PostgreSQL, okay. PostgreSQL. Okay, it is, see, the name itself saying it is structured data. Rows and columns means what? Structured data. What we discussed, structured data. It supports rows and columns format. Okay, tabular format. Okay, next, no SQL databases. I already explained about this. Okay, no SQL databases. It is for, it supports semi-structured and or okay, or unstructured, semi-structured or unstructured. Okay, it supports both the types of data, semi-structured or unstructured. It supports both. Okay, suppose if it is document oriented, okay, it is document oriented. It uses, let me write here. Let me write a. If it is document related, documents, if you want to store documents, the example here we use is MongoDB. We use MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB we use for storing documents and all. Okay, if it is key values, it supports key values also, na? No SQL. Key value store. Okay, for that it uses Redis we have, and also Amazon DynamoDB. Okay, and column oriented. See, column oriented. For this another database, Cassandra. Example, you can take Cassandra. Okay, and graph related databases. For that we can take Amazon Neptune. We can take. Okay, so many are there databases. Different types of databases are there. Okay, next, hierarchical databases. Here it is like tree structure. It maintains data in parent-child relationship. Okay. Tree like structure. Okay, it maintains data in tree like structure. Example, IBM IMS in the sense information management system. Okay, and network databases. This is parent-child relationship. Here network databases, it is many to many relationship. Here it maintains or it allows many to many relationship. Here, whereas hierarchical, here parent child relationship. Okay, relationship. Okay, this is many to many relationship. Okay, here also, here example is Codacil DB. Okay, Codacil DB, we use object oriented. It stores data in the form of objects. Okay, as in object oriented programming. Okay, if you know object oriented programming, you must understand that object, what is object. Okay, it stores data in the form of objects. Okay, example is object DB. We have example. These are all different types of databases. Okay, for time series, okay, for monitoring purpose we use, okay, timestamp data to store time stamped data. Okay, use this. Okay, influx DB we use. Okay, example. And multimodal databases. Here multimodal databases in the sense, here that means it supports multiple data types. Document, we can use document, we can use graph, key values. Okay, so it is like hybrid application. Okay, supports multiple data models. Okay, Azure Cosmos DB. Okay, we can use, and cloud databases in the sense, the databases, if you are aware of this Azure, if you know it, okay, this is cloud database. And Amazon RDS is also cloud database. We have cloud databases. Earlier we used to maintain on the office premises. Okay, in the company premises they used to maintain the servers, but later on they moved to cloud. That means hosted on cloud platform. Okay, cloud platform or cloud platforms. Okay, this can be SQL or no SQL, no problem. It maintains both the things. Okay, and Amazon. Okay, Amazon RDS in the sense relational database services. Okay, Azure SQL, and also we have Google Firebase. Also we have Firebase. Okay, that is cloud databases. Okay, next one is in-memory database. Data stored in RAM for high speed access. Okay, this is also one type of database. Okay, for example, SAP HANA, you can take HANA, or Redis also. Okay, these are the different types of databases we have. Okay, but our concern is with relational database, because SQL Server is a relational database. Our concern is with the SQL Server. Okay, this is a relational database. For your understanding, I'm just trying to make you understand. See, different types of databases we have. According to the requirement, we choose one database. Okay, here SQL Server is our main concern. Okay, next, data we have seen, and database we covered. Okay, next one is database management system, DBMS, database management system, database management system. Okay, database management system. Database management system. See, the name database management system itself saying it is designed to manage the databases, right? It's an interface to database. It's an interface to database. It is used to manage the databases. That's why it is database management system. Okay, a DBMS is a software that helps us to create, store, manage, okay, and retrieve data from a database, okay, easily and efficiently. Okay, see, we discussed about different types of databases. These are different types of databases. Okay, and to manage these databases we must have software, right? That software is database management software. Through this we manage the database. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, so a DBMS is a software that helps us to create, store, manage and retrieve data from a database easily and efficiently. Okay, so here through this database or DBMS, okay, we can communicate with database. We can communicate with database or operate on database. We can communicate with the database or operate on database. Okay, now using software, this database management system, what we can do? Okay, what we can do with DBMS? Let's see that. Okay, what we can do? We can store data, right? We can store data. Next one, let me write point by point. We can store data. Next, insert new data. Third, update existing data. Fourth one, delete data. We can delete data, right? And we can query data. We can query data. Next, we can organize data. Next, we also can control access and security. We can provide security, right? Next, backup and recovery. Backup and recovery. Okay, and so maintain. Next important point is maintain data accuracy. And to generate reports. Okay, reports we can generate. Okay, that's why we use database management system. These are the benefits, okay, for using database management system. Okay, now let us see. We have seen data. Okay, we have seen database, and now we are discussing about database management system. Okay, so here we must understand different types of databases we have seen here. Different types of databases we have seen here. Okay, so different types of databases are designed and introduced to accommodate the different types of data. Different types of databases are designed okay, designed and introduced to accommodate the different types of, second, let me have some water. So different types of databases are designed and introduced to accommodate the different types of data. Okay, now see, let me show you here on PPT here. See, these are the different types of data here: structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data we have. See, so structured data in the sense what? This is well organized data in tables, rows and columns. See here the tabular format it is showing. And unstructured data, it has no fixed format. Unstructured data doesn't have a fixed format, which contains rich information but difficult to organize and analyze. Here videos we can have, images we can have in this database. Okay, so emails, for social media posts we can use unstructured data. And also semi-structured data, see the last one, semi-structured data. Okay, it supports, see, it follows some rules or tags. XML it supports, JSON it supports, and data from API it supports. This is semi-structured data. Okay, semi-structured data. Now if you see, so next point is, let me go here. Now see, now what we discussed: structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. These are the main important types, right? Now see here, right side, if you see this relational database here, see, type of data is structured data. Here type of data is structured data. Okay, suppose the data type is structured type. Okay, that means the information is stored in rows and columns. That means tabular format. Here rows and columns, you see, observe this one, rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns, it stores in rows and columns. Okay, because it is relational, that means structure type. Okay, so relation means establishing a logical connection. Okay, then the database becomes a relational database. This is relational database. Okay, so in order to communicate with this relational database, in order to operate on this relational database, a software is designed, and that software is called as relational database management system. This is the software. The entire thing is software. Okay, which manages relational databases. This is the relational database. And this is the complete system is called relational database management system, which manages relational database. What relational database contains? Structured data. And also through this relational database management system, to communicate with the relational database, through the relational database management system, to communicate with relational databases and querying the structured data, because it contains structured data, right? So to query the structured data, a powerful language is introduced, and that language is called as structured query language. See this one, structured query language. This is the structured query language. This language is introduced, which is used to query the relational database, because it contains structured data. structured data. That's why we use structured query language, SQL, structured query language. That language is called as structured query language. Okay. Examples are SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, DB2, PostgreSQL. Okay. Now this is RDBMS. This is RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Next, NoSQL database. Let us see that. Here, see, here we have what type of data here? Unstructured data, no fixed format, and also semi-structured data. Okay, that means not in rows and columns. That's why it is NoSQL database. NoSQL database. If the data type is unstructured type, that means information has no fixed format, and also semi-structured. That means information stored not in traditional rows and columns. That means not tabular format. Okay, then the database is called as NoSQL database. See, NoSQL database. This is NoSQL database. Okay, and the database management system used to communicate with this NoSQL database is called NoSQL database management system. NoSQL database management system. See, this is NoSQL database management system. Okay, and since each NoSQL database management system is designed to handle non-relational data, there is no specific universal language for this NoSQL DBMS like SQL. So like SQL, we don't have a specific language. Okay, that's why these companies, whatever the companies, they support these database management systems, NoSQL database management system, they designed their own languages. Example, MongoDB, it is for document storage, right? So MongoDB has designed Mongo query language, MQL. Okay, it's a specific language. It works on NoSQL database. And also Cassandra company also designed a language, Cassandra query language, to deal with this unstructured data and semi-structured data. Okay, see, MongoDB, Mongo query language, and Cassandra query language. Okay, so they designed their own languages, Okay, now let us see the evolution of DBMS. Okay, let me copy this. Do we get this here? Let me copy this. Evolution of database management systems. Okay, in 1960s, flat file system came. In 1960s, this is the first system, .txt or .csv file system. We call it as flat file system. They used in those days, 1960s. Okay, it has no structure. And hard to search and manage, right? And 1970s hierarchical network databases came into the market. So here data stored like a tree, parent child relationship it maintains. Okay, IBM IMS, I already told you that IBM's information management services is a popular example, okay, for that hierarchical and network database in 1970s. And in 1980s, relational databases came into the market. Okay, so it's a big revolution at that time, and data stored in tabular format. They started storing the information in tabular format, rows and columns. Okay, and it also uses a language to query the data that is called structured query language, SQL. Okay, SQL. And also here we have examples: Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL are the examples for relational databases. And in 2000, web technologies came into the picture. and big data also. Big data means it supports huge data. It supports huge data. We can store huge data. And also no SQL for unstructured data and semi-structured we use. Okay, so web enabled technologies came into the market. Along with that, big data and NoSQL came into the market in 2000. Okay, the best examples are MongoDB, Cassandra, and in 2010 cloud databases came. So what are the cloud databases? Azure SQL we have, Amazon RDS we have, Google Cloud Spanner we have. Okay, so databases, they move to cloud platforms. Companies, they shifted their databases to cloud. Okay, so no need to install locally in their premises. They no need to maintain servers. Okay, and it is scalable also. Okay, and in 2020 a big change came into the market with artificial intelligence. Okay, so it supports for machine learning, real-time analytics. Okay, so it can handle structured data, unstructured data, graph data. Okay, so Cosmos DB is the example here, and we also have a Snowflake example we can take, and the Databricks also we can take example. Okay, so up to 2020, see the changes, evolution of database management systems. So these are the changes happened. Okay, now our main concern is to understand SQL Server, and which is relational database management system. What it is? Relational database management system. Relational database management system. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, we can discuss this tomorrow. Okay, do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts?
Sir, thank you. Thank you so much for the session.
Okay, yeah.
And what I was asking, actually, I want to learn like all the queries and like joins or like everything on the advanced level. That will help me in the development part everywhere. I hope we will do that hands-on practice.
Everything. See, everything will be covered. Everything will be covered. You're talking about queries and joins.
Yeah.
Okay, everything will be covered. Yes, it is completely development related.
And if we will like learn this, then I think in the same way we can work on the MySQL or in the other database as well. Correct?
See, for relational database management system, if you speak about relational, that means we have examples, see, Oracle and MySQL, everything, right? So in all these database management systems, we use SQL. It's a standard one, SQL. Sometimes there may be a few changes. If you go with Oracle, some changes you will find, but the main structure is same, SQL. Okay, in SQL Server we use SQL to query the data, and Oracle SQL we use, and MySQL SQL we use. Okay, few changes will be there. Okay, no issue. You can work on it on MySQL also, no issue.
Okay, yeah, that is right. Yeah, I can see.
Okay, any more doubts? Anybody?
So, what will be the duration of this course, sir?
The duration is 40 days.
Is 40 days. Okay.
40 days.
And we will get the notes for like everything.
Sorry.
And we will get the daily notes once you've done the class.
Yes, daily you will get the daily notes also. These notes I will share with you. Okay, I will share with you, no problem. Okay, any other doubts? Every day we may have up to 1.5 hour class also. Okay, 1 to 1.5 hour.
40 days, okay.
It depends upon the topics and all. Okay. Any other doubts? Remaining people, students? No doubts. Okay, fine. Okay, shall we continue this tomorrow then? Okay. Okay, fine. What is this?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So tomorrow also is the demo, sir? Or we
Second
can
demo. Today is first demo now, so tomorrow also we have demo.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
fine.
We will meet tomorrow then. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's stop now.
Okay.